Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to explain Sarfira Movie. The movie is based on real-life story and is very inspiring. Now, without wasting time, let me explain the story. Initially, Deccan Flight is not getting permission to land at the airport. There is less fuel left. If it does not come down soon, the plane will crash. So Veer Malhotra pilot. The plane asked to land in a military area. This is Veer Malhotra's plane. Now, due to landing in a military area without permission, the military kills and arrests Veer Malhotra and his friends. Now she also goes to 6 years past. Here's the movie. The heroine Rani has come with her family to see the boy. She has come to Veer Malhotra's house. Veer Malhotra tells his entire condition to the girl's family that he is not rich. The government has taken their fertile land to make a dam and given them this barren land. Granted, he has nothing else except the idea of making an airplane. Now, Rani also tells her dream that she has to open her own bakery. Then at night, Rani again talks to Veer Malhotra that when they have such a big house in the village. Why do they live in darkness here? There is no light here. Then Veer Malhotra tells from his bag story that 20 years ago, there was no light in the village. Veer Malhotra's father was a teacher. He repeatedly appealed to the government for many years for lights. After sending the letters, lights came on in the village. Even the train did not stop in his village. So now he is sending letters again and again to stop the train. But the government is not listening to him. Hence, Veer Malhotra, along with his friends and other villagers, is going to the railway station. He sits on the line, but even then the train did not stop. So the villagers started throwing stones at the train in anger. Veer Malhotra's friend gets hurt in all this. The teacher gets very angry with such behavior of his son and calls him violence. Veer Malhotra didn't like it, and Veer Malhotra doesn't like his father sending letters because teacher G spent her whole life in sending letters ignoring the needs of the family. So today they have a fight and Veer Malhotra leaves the house from here. After graduation, Veer Malhotra joins the National Defense Academy, and after that he joins the Air Force. Veer Malhotra still remains in touch with his mother, but does not talk to his father. His father still writes letters daily, but now Veer never posted on Malhotra. He is guilty for not helping the family, and due to this guilt, he is not able to talk to his son. Veer Malhotra Sr. is very strict. He keeps punishing Veer Malhotra on every issue. That's why these two never got along, even after Veer Malhotra gave any suggestion. In the Air Force, he gets a chance to call his home only once in a month, and that too for just 3 minutes. Today, Veer Malhotra's father also got a chance to talk to him. They had come, but due to some technical issue, they could not talk. Now both of them were disturbed by the family. Rani only liked it, but she understood that Malhotra loves planes the most, and he loves his bakery more than anything else. Both of them will first fulfill their dreams and then get married. Now, to fulfill his dream, Malhotra starts visiting banks so that he can get a loan from there on the basis of idea. The advantage of venture capital East rule is that if the bank has the idea, if he likes it, then he will not have to take any mortgage, but even 24 banks have not heard his plan. Now he has only one way to get the signature of his senior army officer on the letter. Only then he will be able to get help in the loan. There he flatly refused to sign because according to Malhotra's plan, his best pilot, who is also Malhotra's friend, wants to relieve him from his job and give him a job of flying airplanes. He will not let it happen like this. Now he will save all his savings. Using this, he takes a business class flight ticket to meet Paresh Goswami, the founder of Jazz Airlines. Paresh is Malhotra's role model, so Malhotra is just infatuated with him. Now in the airplane, he discusses with Paresh about his plan for a low-cost airline. Paresh was convinced of the plan, there would be profit in it, but Paresh hates poor people. He never wants poor people to avail the facility of flights like him and become equal. He insults the number and takes the plane out of here. While other people were listening to Malhotra's plan, he asked Prakash from SCI Bank to have a meeting with Malhotra to understand the complete plan. Malhotra took Prakash to a small hotel and told him about the food there and the food in a 5-star hotel. It's the same thing. People in 5-star hotels say that the price of food is very high. Then to make a simple airline by removing unnecessary facilities in the planes, they will have to invest low cost like small hotels, and they will also be able to sell these tickets at low cost. Ko feels strong about the plane and asks the minister to prepare a full presentation of this plane and present it to his team. Now when Mahatra sees some hope, he lets him meet him at Rani's house. Here Rani has opened her bakery and the minister. When the work is done on his own, he proposes Rani for marriage and they get married. After the marriage, Maitri's mother gives all her jewelry to Rani to open her bakery. Now there is someone at home. Work has to be done. Then Mahatre presents his plan to SCI. It will not buy the planes, will take them on lease. If there is no staff and food in the plane, then the fuel will also be less. Everyone likes the plan of quantity, but only after passing the loan. It will take a few months for the formalities, so Prakash advises Mahatre to quickly pay the plane in advance and take it on lease before anyone outside comes to know about your plan. Then all the hard work will be wasted. Hence, Mahatra advises Mahatre to take the plane on lease by paying in advance. He mortgages all the land and takes the planes on lease and starts their repairing and painting work in Malaysia itself and goes to DGCA to get the license to start the airline. But this officer makes Mahatre run around for many days. And then he himself went on leave and understood that he would not get the license soon. But if the work did not start within 1 month, how would he get his fields released and how would he pay the interest on the loan? Then he came to know about Abdul Kalam Ji. It turns out that he is going to give a speech, so Mahatre tries to enter there illegally. But when he is caught, he starts shouting and asking for help from Abdul Kalam Ji and tells his plan that he wants to send the planes to us. Then Abdul Kalam Ji listened to Mahatre. Mahatre told him about his past, that he was in the Air Force. One day his father's health became very bad. He wanted to talk to Mahatre for the last time. Mahatre took a loan from his friend and took the economy class of the plane. He goes to get the ticket, but the seats were full, and he has to bring double the money for the business class ticket. Mahatre could not get the ticket even after asking people for money before the plane took off. He has to go to his village by train itself, but he has to go by train. Due to this, it got delayed, and by then, the teacher had died, and his last rites were also performed by some other person from the village. Then Mahatre came to know about his father's letters, which he had never been able to post to Mahatra. Mahatre decided that he would bring a plane to the village. Hearing this story, Abdul Kalam Ji ordered DGCA to give him a license. Now his planes were ready to come to India, but then DGCA asked for the blueprints of the plane from that company. Mahatre had taken the planes on lease and also imposed a fine of 50 lakh rupees on that company. DGCA, after taking the money from Paris, changed the rules and started asking for the blueprints of the airplane. Till now, all the money of Mahatre had been spent on the plane. In such a situation, the plane, if Mahatre left, he would have been ruined. Now Mahatre went to seek help from Prakash so that he could get the plans released by paying a fine of 50 lakh rupees. But there is a twist. It is Parish who invests the most in SCI. It was Parish who had sent Prakash to Mahatre, so that he listens to his plan and then ruins it. Now Matre goes to kill Paris, but his security stops Matre. Now all the relatives of Mahatre are making fun of him. Rani suggests giving him coaching so that his mind gets diverted, but Mahatre, he gets angry and tells Rani to leave this loser. Mahatre came down and saw that Rani was really gone. He searched for Rani everywhere, but could not find her. Then he comes home, and Rani. The queen was going to be a mother at home, so this did not bother Matre too much. Next, seeing a small bird, Matre gets the idea that he cannot buy planes, but cargo planes which are used to carry goods. Can make passenger planes, they are small in size and do not fly high in the sky. These are small planes, so they have to land again and again, hence it will be able to reach all the small villages. Now Presh comes to know that the cargo planes which wanted to buy it, someone had already bought it as a passenger plane, so Presh asked the DGCA officer to find out about it. Then he came to know that Sundri Nam was being launched by a joint venture between Turbo Pro International and NSC Aviation Private Limited. There is a company registered from India which has bought those cargo planes, but he understands that this venture idea was Mahatra's only, and now he will do anything to stop those planes from coming to India. Here Mahatra's uncle comes to know that Mahatra, in need of money, they bring their entire life savings to Matre and give it to Matre. The money was less, around 1,000 rupees, but its value was emotionally very high. Matre's friend tells that he needs 3 crores. Matre's village friend overhears this. He goes to the village and tells this to everyone. The villagers have sold their lands and started transferring all their savings to Mahatra. The villagers know that Mahatra is bringing the planes here only for them. The scene was really very emotional. The life of the entire village was now in the hands of Mahatra. He gets the old air trips ready for the planes to land and takes permission to set up the ticket counter of his planes near the railway ticket counter. Railways also did not suffer any loss due to this, because Matra's target would be waiting list passengers. The bus is going to sell plane tickets for just 1 rupee. Now Matra's friend tells him about a new software through which people can book tickets by calling their call center. You will be able to generate a PNR code. You will be able to buy tickets by connecting that code to a bank or supermarket. For this, you just need a phone, which everyone has. Apris Matri buys all the pilots by giving them jobs in his company. Matri told about this. I had already thought that this is why it hires retired army pilots for its planes. It is difficult to buy them, and there is no pilot safer than them. Normally, pilots retire at the age of 61, but Air Force pilots retire at 57. When they go, Matre has time to hire them for 4 years. Then Ronnie also goes to Matre's office with her business proposal. By now, Ronnie's bakery business had expanded a lot, and other family members also started their business at different places. When the bakery was open, Ronnie took orders from Mahatre to deliver food on his flights. Today, one of Mahatre's 3 cargo passenger planes was about to land in Chennai, but Paresh informed the DGCA and did not give permission to land it. DGCA officer, he kept saying that if he did not give permission to land now, the fuel would run out and the plane would crash. The pilot could also lose his life, but Paras was ready to kill the pilot. He did not give permission to land yet. Then Mahatre took the plane to the nearby army, asked to land at the base. By now, the fuel was almost over. Their landing became very dangerous. The pilot got injured. Then Matter also went there to help, but the army officers beat him and arrested him for landing at the army base without permission. On this charge, an inquiry would have been set up considering him as a terrorist, and he would have been jailed for 10 years. But today, Matri Sr. gave him a clean sheet by giving him a fine of 25,000 rupees. Mahatre can pay the fine after starting his company because he is aware of Mahatre's plan and this. On top of that, Mahatre did not leave his pilot alone at this time. By now, the news of Mahatre's plane had spread all over India. Mahatre has become a hero for everyone. Now Mahatre has sought help from the minister to start his airline. The minister who came to take us was also impressed with this idea, so he also went for the inauguration of the airline and also sat in the first flight. But before the plane took off, the engine malfunctioned. Almost everyone's life was saved. But he said that it will break people's trust in Matra, and it has proved that due to cheapness of Matra planes, they lack safety. Now the media minister and all the people had lost faith in Matra. The villagers put everything at stake. Ronnie had given birth to a daughter, and then while repairing the plane, Matre remembers whose fault it was that the engine broke down. After a little pressure, this senior pilot even accepted that he had ruined the plane at the request of Paras for money. Now the inquiry is going on against Mahatra, and he took the entire blame on himself. He accepted that it was not his fault. Due to which the engine broke down, now Matre's planes got green sheet. Till now, the trust of the people had been lost. To get people's trust back, Matre sends its message to everyone through FM radio that its planes are from 2 countries. They have been tested and their pilots are retired Air Force officers. No plane can be safer than them. To make people dress on the plane, he will take off with his wife, his daughter, and his mother in the first flight. Now he will take off. The day comes, but apart from Ronnie and her daughter, no ticket has been taken to board the plane. Mahatre was defeated, the flight gets canceled, and Mahatra comes down with his family. But then a twist happens in Mahatre's ticket booking software. There was a glitch, the plane was full, but everyone's tickets were canceled so no one could come. But Matri's remaining 2 planes, Mathurai to Chennai and Vijayawada to Chennai flights arrived here at the right time. Both the flights were full. People were able to sit in the plane for the first time Matri. Now this is where the happy ending of the movie takes place, and in the end, the real-life hero who makes his dream come true is shown. I hope that you would have liked the movie. If you liked the video, then please like, share, and subscribe the channel.